Hello, everybody. My name is Franklin, and I want you to come to a very special Spanish prayer service on Zoom this Saturday at 6 a.m. It's going to be Saturday, December 12th at 6 a.m. And I'm going to talk to you about why it's so special as well. Again, my name is Franklin, and this is first1000hours.com. And so I just want to go into that. I went to the Spanish prayer service this Friday, and I was really impressed by that. Okay, but first of all, one of the reasons I want to talk about this is because I believe that my story intersects with your story. Okay, and so I have been talking about my experience with language learning and my experience going to like a Spanish church and different things like that. But the reason why sometimes I think that you watch these videos is because you want to learn Spanish as well, or at least you want to learn another language and all this. And I can keep on talking about experiences and all those things, but I think I'm transitioning to the point of not only just talking about experiences, but also offering experiences. And I think that's going to be beneficial for you because you can experience things as well. So let me go ahead and talk to you about GYC. GYC is the generation, it stands for Generation of Youth for Christ. And so GYC Latin America is putting on this amazing special Spanish prayer service again this Saturday at December 12th at 6 a.m. And so GYC is organized by some Seventh-day Adventists that have wanted to encourage young people in their walk with Christ, as well as equip them to be witnesses for Jesus as well. I've gone to GYC in the United States several times in a youth conference, and it has been a real blessing to myself. I could talk a lot about that. I mean, like 3,000 people or so, or even more, came together to at like the end of the year, and they came together to encourage each other in their walk with God. And one of the highlights of GYC was the prayer room. And so, yeah, I went to GYC in 2018, like I said. And so there's this guy that was encouraging people to come to the prayer room, and he was really excited. And I think the prayer service at that GYC started at 6 a.m., if I'm not mistaken, or it might have even started a little bit earlier, but they were encouraging people to come, I think, at 6 a.m. And, it's like, what kind of young person wants to do something like that? But there were, at least when I went there, because this person was so excited, I went to one of them, and I think when I got there, it might have been like 6:10, and there was around 50 or more young people that were there at that prayer service. And when it ended around 7 a.m., there was around 200 plus people at the prayer service. And so when GYC Latin America became this virtual event, it's from December 10th to the 12th. And so I didn't know exactly what was going to happen, but I remembered my experience before with at GYC Houston. I'm like, man, this might be the same thing. It might be replicated again, where these young people are so excited about praying together. And I want to tell you that's what basically happened. And so I want to share with you my experience today. Earlier this morning, I registered for GYC, and again, you can get the registration for GYC in the link of this video. Connor had asked, like, what's the password to Zoom? You can register for free to this event, and then you will be emailed what the password is. And so I asked GYC Latin America about that yesterday. Like, should I just send the link out? But they were saying you should encourage people to register. So that's what I'm doing, and then you'll get the Zoom link. Okay, so this is my experience today. Earlier this morning at 7 a.m., this is what happened. So in the meeting, I was at the prayer service and all this stuff. Someone gave a devotional thought. She was talking just briefly about Saul, who became Paul, and his experience, his encounter with God and all of that. So she did that. That took about maybe 5 minutes, 7 minutes to do. So she did that. And then they went into talking about the prayer meeting. The prayer service and how it would go. And then after they did that, then we split into small groups. And when I put small in quotation marks because it was my group that I was in when I left. there were 71 people in that group, and this was all in Spanish. Hello, Clinkina, nice to see you here. And so there were 71 people in that small group, and most of these people probably were native Spanish speakers. Okay, this is not in English. This is a Spanish meeting, and then I was there for a total of 30 minutes, and I did not speak. I didn't say anything. I saw someone that I had seen from GYC Houston, which was nice, but I had to also go to work, and so I couldn't stay there as long as I wanted to. But I did want to make sure I came to the meeting and be there as much as I could. All right, so I want to show you a screenshot of part of the Zoom meeting, and if you can see at the bottom of the screen, I hope you can see this. You'll see before we split up in groups, there was 127 people that came to this meeting before we split up in groups. I don't know how many people actually came to the Zoom meeting, but this also shows you kind of how the format of the prayer service was, because I know you might be wondering, okay, what happens in the prayer service? So people were able to have prayers of adoration, prayers of confession, prayers of thanks, and then they had prayers where we were just, I guess, supplicating for other people. I believe that's what happened. I was not there for that part, but I think that's what happened. So there was a point where someone would, when we split up into small groups, okay, someone initiated a prayer. And again, it was just prayers of adoration to the Lord. And these were short prayers. They encouraged very short prayers. So it might be like one sentence long or maybe a few sentences so that a lot of people could participate. Okay, so it wasn't like saying, okay, everybody has to participate. If you didn't want to participate, you didn't have to as far as speaking, but you had 71 people in there. So you have to kind of just jump and pray. All right. And so it would go, people would do that for a while. And then after they finish that section, then someone would, I don't know if he prayed, but I know he sung, and that would basically end that section. And then there would be a leader again that would initiate the next section, and then you would have a lot of other people that would pray and all these different things like that, and then they just went through the sections. Now when I went into the Zoom meeting, what I noticed is that, when I got split up into the small group, I noticed that there was around 38 minutes, I guess, allocated for the small groups. I'm not sure if people took advantage of the whole time or not, but I know that they had allocated for this part of GYC Latin America for that prayer service to last for 1 hour. So from 7 to 8 o'clock would be the whole time, including the splitting in groups and all of that. Okay, so I hope that you'll come. I hope that you'll come and have, and I think there's going to be more people that will come to that Zoom meeting this Saturday at 6 a.m. Central Time than that happened this Friday morning. All right, and there's other things about GYC as well, but I think specifically I wanted to encourage First Thousand Hours to come to the prayer service because I think that you'll like that maybe the most. And at the same time, this is one of the more interactive elements of this GYC conference. And I was not disappointed by that. And so I can confidently encourage you to come as well. And so, like I said, you can offer a sentence prayer in Spanish, and you don't have to speak if you don't want to. So you have time, if you're watching this live stream ahead of time, to say, all right, let me think about what would be my sentence, prayer that I can do as well. In Language Learning Lover, I see Kina, you said, you've convinced me to come even if I don't participate. I usually wake up between 6 and 6:30. Awesome. I'm glad that you will come. Because the thing is this is not going to happen all the time. I mean, so this is a very special event, and I don't know when the next GYC virtual conference will be. I mean, this is just a new thing for GYC even to have a virtual conference. But, normally GYC conferences are, at least the main GYC conference is every year. I don't know if, now there's regional GYC conferences, so I don't know if they're going to do this maybe every quarter. I haven't heard anything about that, but I would expect that they might do this next year around this time. So I would take advantage of the opportunity, and I'm looking forward to seeing you, Kina, at the event tomorrow. Okay, so there are more GYC Latin America activities that I want to talk about as well. So you can register. There's an event that you can come to. They're going to be live streaming on the GYC Latin America YouTube channel at 5 p.m. Yeah, 5 p.m. Central Time this Friday. So I'm going to be watching that personally. And then that'll be for 2 hours. And then right after that, I'm going to be going to a Zoom meeting this Friday that will be in Costa Rica. So I'll be going there. So I have the link to that in the description of this video. And then after that, at 6 a.m., I will be going to the GYC Latin America prayer service. And they're going to have different things they're going to be doing that they'll be live streaming and all of that. And then also at 4 p.m., I have signed up for a workshop that you can sign up for workshops as well if you want. And there's going to be a workshop about mental health. And so I thought I would go to that one. It's going to be by a Christian psychologist. And I think that's going to be nice to go to as well. There's different workshops. I believe the workshops have a limited capacity, but I signed up for that. And so if my schedule fits, I will be going to that as well, as long as I'm able to do that as well if I signed up in time. So hopefully I did. And then also another activity they're going to have on Sunday. And so I should tell you, the mental health workshop, that is on Zoom. And so that's another interactive experience. And then on Sunday, they have another interactive experience at 5 p.m. Central Time. And I think that is an interactive networking session, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it said connection, so I'm believing that means networking. And so that's a good time as well to get to know people from different countries. So GYC Latin America, I should say, is like GYC Colombia, GYC Costa Rica, and a lot of other countries. So you're going to be having a mix of a lot of people from a lot of different countries that speak Spanish. Okay, so wow, my weekend is going to be, yes, it's going to be in English, but it definitely is going to be in Spanish, and that's starting really, really, really soon. Okay. Okay, and I should let you know that, again, the Zoom link is in the description. I'm sorry, if you want the Zoom link, then you need to register for GYC Latin America. Again, I said this is organized by Seventh-day Adventists. You do not need to be a Seventh-day Adventist to participate. You just need to be somebody that likes to pray to the Lord. If you like to do that, you can be a part of that. So you need to register. Okay, register for, it's a free event, and then you can get the information to be able to come to this prayer service. And then also, I would encourage you to be a part of First 1,000 Hours email list. Okay, so I gave a link to that in the description of this video. And then after this live stream, I'm also going to put a link to sample emails a sample email I just sent out today about this prayer service, as well as other things. So I want y'all to come. I hope you'll be there. Let me know if you do come, what was your experience? What did you like? Or I mean, what did you think about the prayer service? And I'm going to put on the screen a playlist that I did about language learning in Spanish churches. I believe that language learning in Spanish churches is an excellent strategy to grow in the Lord and learn Spanish at the same time. And that's what we're going to be able to do basically virtually tomorrow. And then also there's a video that YouTube recommends, and I hope to see you in the next video.